during the Easter holidays, actually a couple of days before Good Friday, one WhatsApp message turned into a couple of WhatsApp messages, turned into a small WhatsApp group. And on Good Friday, first meeting happened between a few people, wondering whether a small group of teachers who were in the very fortunate position of being able to offer good quality remote education to their pupils could scale what it was that they were doing and make those resources available to all of their peers in the education system. Could what turned out to be about 40 teachers make something that they were fortunate enough to be able to provide, often because their school was particularly interested in technology. They maybe happened to have a computer science teacher who was really interested in making sure their virtual learning platform was in really good shape. Could this group of teachers who had something make it available to their 450,000 peers in the school system in England in a relatively short space of time? We set ourselves a target of getting about 180 lessons recorded online on a platform in about 8 days. That team of genuinely remarkable teachers somehow, by hook or by crook, managed to pull that off. And over the past term, we've created about 2,500 lessons in 23 subjects across primary schools, secondary schools, and the specialist sector. About 4.5 million pupils have so far taken part in about 17.5 million lessons, which have been created by those teachers. Alongside that, not content with just providing an online classroom, this group of teachers wanted to provide some other things for pupils that sit around their school day. We have since had assemblies with the Archbishop of Canterbury, the Duchess of Cambridge, the West End cast of The Lion King, and Helen Sharman, who was the first British astronaut. We also have a range of activity clubs for pupils to take part in outside of the curriculum time that they would spend, including with the Scouts, Votes for Schools, and Bite Back, which is Jamie Oliver's healthy eating charity. The platform is completely free. There are no logins, it's accessible to anybody, and it's entirely device agnostic. So you can access it from a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, a smart TV. We even have about 100 pupils a day who somehow have the willpower to do their lessons via their PlayStation, which means they have willpower greater than most of the rest of us. What has been achieved is genuinely remarkable from this group of individuals, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help and support of a whole bunch of communications experts, operations experts, and indeed technology experts to build the thing in the first place on which these resources rely. But the challenge for us is what we have created and what indeed lots of other organisations, including the BBC and other schools and school trusts who've made their resources available, what we've created that is working so well this term isn't going to be sufficient, in my view, for the term ahead. The Secretary of State has been very clear that all pupils are returning to schools in September. And whilst that is, and I think rightly should be Plan A, we would be sloppy as an education system if we did not make sure that there was a really good quality Plan B in place. We've all seen over the past couple of weeks the implications of local lockdowns in places like Leicester. We know that the track and trace system could mean that a case within a particular class or year group means that that class or year group go home. And so the challenge for the school system from a remote perspective for the next year is one of resilience. How does it create a robust backup plan to make sure if any of those situations come about, and indeed we hope they don't, that we are better prepared than we were back in March and April earlier this year.